Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, welcome to the Shake Hands Podcast. My guest today, Bentley Jacobsen and his father, Chris Jacobsen. And I'm Dan McGain. I'll be your host this evening for our Shake Hands Podcast, episode 8. So, Jacobsen, that's your last name.
Yep.
Bentley, your first name also sounds like a last name. Did you realize that?
No.
No, that's the first time anybody ever told you that.
Yes.
Okay, so now we got that understood that you are Bentley Jacobsen, not Jacobsen Bentley, or Jacob Bentley. Ooh, now there's a name. That sounds like a star name right there. That's somebody on TV. All right, Bentley. So let's start off and just let the crowd know just how old are you?
7.
7 years old. That means you've been on Earth 365 times 7. You know what that is? No, me neither. Just check to see if you knew that quick math stuff. I don't know that many maths. All right, so now Bentley. I'm going to keep ending up calling you Jacobsen because I keep reading your dad's name. You're 7 years old, and you've been wrestling for about how long?
4 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, started.
You think? How old were you when you started, do you think? I know you were still in diapers.
Started in the room when he was about 3.
You'd shoot a double and then take a 2? So when you was about 3, you was playing around in the wrestling room?
Yep.
Now, are you any good at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it. What's your favorite move?
Double leg.
Alright, so anybody out there gonna wrestle in his age group, he likes to double leg and just when you know if you're scouting, go ahead, check out the videos that are on Track Wrestling. I'm just messing. No, I'm not. They're gonna look at you. But that's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's good because you know what? If they figure out how to beat you, that means you have to get better. And this is the time to get better as a kid. So you keep improving your game. People now always like to take that stuff off, their videos off. They like to take it off. They want people to see. I want people to see. My son's got hundreds of videos. Let them watch you, Jake. I'm going to call you Jake. Bentley. I keep wanting to call you Jacob. All right, Jacob. So, tell me, what club are you wrestling with these days?
DC Elite.
Oh, yeah? Who's your coach?
Dustin Kofall.
It's hard to say his last name, ain't it?
Yep.
I know it took me a couple years. Dustin's a good guy. DC Elite's been around for a while. I know another good guy. Do you know a Tatum Depe?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I love that kid. His family and I have done a lot of tournaments together. We've taken them on a lot of our national teams. Now, have you had a chance to wrestle on any national teams yet?
Yeah.
You did? What team did you wrestle with? Where was it, or what did you do?
It was in Kentucky, and I wrestled for the Iowa Hammers.
Iowa Hammers, yeah. Yeah, you know I started that. Me and Shay McCabe started that group, the Iowa Hammers, about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. We started doing that. Just because we had so many tough Iowa wrestlers traveling everywhere, and I was wanting to, might as well make a team. We got so many good guys. So, and then we got Tyler Watkinson. Do you know who he is?
No.
All right, well, he does really young guys. Maybe he's younger than you, his son. I'm not
He's a
sure.
little bit older.
Is he older?
Yeah, I think 2 years older maybe.
Okay, so you might be in that next group coming up behind him then.
Yep.
Because my son was the oldest, then Shay's son, Kel, and then Tyler's boy. What's his name?
Caleb, isn't it?
No. I can't believe it. I can't. That's not his name, is it?
Maybe. I don't know for sure.
What? Oh my gosh. I am having one of those days.
Chase.
Oh, yes. There. I watch his videos. He's got videos of him in the basement. Now, do you do any of that at home practicing at all?
Not a ton.
You never move the coffee table and play around in the front room? See, that's what I used to do with my kid when we were little. We do what we call commercial wrestling. You know what that means? Every time a commercial came on TV, we'd wrestle. And then when the commercials went off, the show started back up, we had to stop. No matter what position you're in. Sometimes you were in some bad spots. So we'd end up doing that. That's how we started playing. So, alright, so seeing how's you're 7 years old, you're what grade you in now?
Second.
2nd grade, and what school do you go to?
Jessup.
Do you realize that you are the youngest guest I've had on my show? You didn't know that, did you? You probably haven't listened to my show yet, have you? But you're gonna listen to this one later?
Maybe.
Maybe. And so you can say, that was me. And your voice, listen to it in about 5 years when your voice goes like this. And then you have a deep voice, you'll be like, wow, I sounded like a little girl. Well, for those of you who can't see him, because you're not watching the YouTube, you're listening to the audio version, he's a cute little blonde-haired boy with a lot of big smiles. And looking at me like Smeagol off of the Hobbit or something. What's up? All right, so seeing how 7-year-old, usually I've found that 7-year-olds know everything. So since 7-year-olds know everything, If you could change anything, if you were president for a day, what would you change?
I don't know.
You don't know? You keep it all the same? I tell you one thing, I bet you less school days.
What?
Less school days? I'm trying to whisper to you, everybody's there.
How about no school days?
Oh, no school days. Well, how would you learn anything then?
I don't know.
Osmosis. You know what osmosis means?
No.
No. Okay, that's where you put a book under your pillow and you wake up and you just know everything in it. Through osmosis. It just floats into your brain. Wouldn't it be nice to do that?
Yeah.
Someday the computers will attach them to our brains. We'll be able to just Google anything, anytime. So who are some of the guys that you wrestle with at your club? Who's the guys that are helping you get better?
The Walsh boys.
Yeah, Dad, feel free to jump in here if you need to help them out a little bit. I know you're a little tongue-tied at the time.
Yeah.
What's up, folks?
He wrestles with the Walsh boys quite a bit, out of DC. That's really
You
about
guys
it
are in
right now.
Independence? Is
Yeah.
that where is
Yeah.
DC got a club there now?
No, so we go to the Hiawatha location.
The Hiawatha.
Yep. They got Brandon Pence down there coaching, Dan LeClaire, and Dusty.
So how long a drive is that for you?
It's about 40 minutes, I think.
About 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's not too
Yeah.
bad.
So those of you at home, if you haven't been traveling to get to practices, let me just say that it's pretty common for guys to drive anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half. I know there's some guys come out of Minnesota to go to a couple clubs up there. They're driving 2 hours from Wisconsin, Minnesota, and I know guys that are coming from here going to Iowa City and stuff. That's about an hour and 15. So yeah, it's pretty common. If you're going to have a kid in wrestling and he's going to want to get those practices in with those elite partners, you're going to have to travel a little bit to find them sometimes, especially as a young age. You know, as you get older, you can get a little closer to home, maybe find some nearby towns with some big wrestlers. But when you're young and you're good, it's hard to find those partners. So who do you like whooping up on the most in practice? Why you look at your dad? Your dad ain't whooping up on him. Who do you like whooping up? Who do you throw around like a rag doll? They ain't gonna listen. They're only 7.
Try not to, right? Try to get beat in practice. Right?
You ain't losing, you ain't improving. Is there anybody that you rag down? Who runs from you when you say, hey, be my partner? Is there anybody that goes, nah, I don't want to be your partner? He's deep into thought for those of you on the radio listening. He's thinking. It's hurting. I can see his brain is shaking.
Don't really have
Nobody?
anybody, do you?
Is there anybody that just whoops the crap out of you that you still wrestle? Because you know it's good for you.
Some of the older boys.
So you end up having to wrestle a lot of older kids?
Yeah. Once in a while I get paired with Aiden Bergman or Taden Duffy or the Cameron Roberts.
Oh yeah,
Someone like that.
Cameron's had some tough battles in his life.
Yep.
Great family there, the Roberts.
So.
Well, that's good. You go down there and you're working with those guys. I know you're training with those guys. You're going to have to be good because those guys are legit high-level wrestlers. So if you're able to wrestle with those guys on a regular basis, even if you suck, you're going to end up being good because you can't wrestle with guys like that and not get better. Hopefully, I'm going to get Tatum on here sometime. He's a great kid. I remember when he was about your age, maybe even younger, he could tell me all 50 states and all 50 capitals. It was amazing. It would blow my mind, that kid. He was so smart. Usually on our trips to like Tennessee or somewhere like that, we'd quiz him and he'd just blow my mind. So Dad, what kind of stuff, what kind of tournaments has he gone to? Since he's a little shy right now. If you want to talk, feel free. But we're going to get your dad talking maybe a little bit too. What kind of tournaments have you been to lately or the last year or so that you've done well at, or maybe you didn't do so well?
State.
You did state, Pee Wee state, or
Super
Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
Super Pee Wee? And what weight were you?
This year I went 65.
65, and how'd you do in that? Was it second grade or first? It'd be first grade last year.
Yeah.
First grade. How'd you do in the first grade division at 65 pounds? Super Pee Wee.
Great.
You did great. So do you won a couple matches?
I won all of them.
So you took first?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting next to a state champion. Are you kidding me? You're a state champion?
A 2-timer.
Get out of here.
You.
I'm sitting next to a 2-time state champion, folks. For those of you at home, if you don't know what it feels like to sit next to a 2-time state champion, I can't tell you. You're just going to have to do it for yourself. Find yourself a great wrestler and sit next to him, have dinner with him. All right, so you won 2 Super Pee Wees, so you won kindergarten and first grade. Are you going to make it a triplet and do it in second grade as well? Is that your game plan?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Speak up.
Not too many kids have done that. I mean, there's a list of kids that's won once or won twice, but to win it all 3 times is really impressive. I know, because my son tried to do it, and he didn't win it. He got second his kindergarten year, and then won it in first and second. So that's great. Now that you're going to second, do you know you have the opportunity as a second grader to also wrestle at third and fourth grade down at Des Moines State if you want to? Are you going to try to do that? So do Super Pee Wee, but then you can also wrestle AAU, the bigger time state down in Des Moines. Is that something you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I tell you what, that'd be something special to be in there. Have you ever been to Wells Fargo to wrestle before, or seen it? You ever been there?
Yeah, he's been there. He's got an older brother that.
Okay.
Yep.
The older brother's any good? Or is he good? Is he better than you, or are you better than him? You think?
What do you think?
Why you keep looking at your dad? Don't ask your dad. That's a you. That's a
What do
you
you
question.
I think he's better.
He's better. Is it
Just
because he's bigger?
Older.
Okay.
And bigger.
But is he a two-time state champion?
No.
Well, then if you ask me, you're the better wrestler. I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, I'm just don't quote me. I don't know. I'm just saying that you won 2 state titles. That's pretty impressive. And so then you get to go on down state. You win Super Pee Wee and go down state and win it again. That'll be awesome. What weight do you think you're gonna be going at this year so everybody else can run from you?
70?
I don't know.
All right, be on warning, people. If you were thinking about sending your kid at 70 pounds, there's already a 2-time state champion there. You may want to go up or down in weight because they don't post that list out. So I'm just warning you right now. 70 pounds, that may change between now and then. Keep it on his track profile. But 70 is what he's talking about now. So to go 70, what kind of foods do you need to eat?
Anything. He's weighing about 68 right now.
Yeah. Do you ever eat healthy? Or are you still on the candy bar and cheese diet?
Not a diet.
Not a diet. Do you like eating any healthy foods, or are you straight kid candy foods? Or you do a little mix?
Mix.
Do you eat vegetables?
No.
Favorite vegetable? What's going on the cow? What's yours?
Is watermelon on?
Watermelon, I don't know if that's a vegetable. It does grow on a vine. I'm gonna have to say, I don't know. Okay, what's your worst vegetable? What's the one that's disgusting?
Broccoli.
Broccoli's right up there for me too. I know people are like, oh, throw a little cheese on it. Throw a little bacon on it. It'll be delicious. No, it still tastes like broccoli. It's just broccoli. It's like a, broccoli with cheese and bacon on it. It's still broccoli though. Spinach would be my worst one. I can't stand spinach. It's disgusting to me. But it's delicious, I heard. If you like to try it, go ahead. No, I'm not going to try it. You go ahead and you can try it. Oh, man. Okay, so we understand you eat whatever you want. You're going to go 70. People are going to run from you. What goals do you have, or do you have goals at 7 years old? Do you have any short-term, long-term goals? Do you know what a goal is, first of all? I mean, you got Dustin as a coach. I'm sure he's talked to you guys about setting goals.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any goals? And if so, what are they? To fall in love with broccoli.
What's your goal that you talked about earlier, just a few minutes ago?
Win state.
Win state? Again, you mean? Again?
Yeah, and win another belt.
Ooh, where'd you win a belt at?
Midwest Tour.
You won the Midwest. You did the Midwest Tour, so you did Hawkeye Nationals. Is it that one, or is it a different one?
Yep.
The Hawkeye Nationals,
Hawkeye.
Gopher Nationals,
Yep.
Badger Nationals, and Jackrabbit Nationals. Did you do all 4 of those?
No, we didn't go to Jackrabbit.
Didn't go Jackrabbit, but you still able to do it by doing 3 of them?
Yep.
Is that how it works? Okay, because they didn't have Jackrabbit years ago when we used to go to them.
Yeah, I think it's Hornet, or I don't know, it's some bee now.
Oh yeah, there's a B. Okay,
Yep.
so that's hey,
Yep.
you can go win that again, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good plan. You did that in 1st grade? Isn't 1st grade the young side?
I did it at kindergarten.
Oh, you did in kindergarten. I said that's really hard to do on the young side. I mean, usually kids win it on the older side if they're really good. You have to be really, really good to win it on the younger side.
Yeah, last year we did some more of the Keck stuff, and then we went to Tulsa
Okay, how'd you do down at? Did you do kickoff or Tulsa Nationals regular?
kickoff.
You did the kickoff, and how'd you do? Let's see. I was gonna show you. My son's got a couple of those trophies in there. You got one of those? You got one of the kickoff trophies?
Talk.
You got a trophy? Did you win some, or did you go home 0-2 in barbecue? You never heard that before? That's for those kids that never win. They just go 0-2 in barbecue. That means they go home and barbecue because they ain't got nothing else to do. They out of the tournament.
Tell them what you did in Tulsa.
How'd you do? What place did you get? Do you remember?
Second.
Not bad. Not a bad place to get second. Who beat you? Do you know where he's from?
He was from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah, hometown boy. So next year you go back, and if he's at 70 pounds, whoop! Sorry about your luck, buddy. You're going down. Smash him. That's how I do it. Them Oklahoma boys, you just smash them. Because we from Iowa. That's what we do when we go down there. We just take titles and names. We kick butt and chew gum, and we're usually out of gum by the time we get there, so we just kick butt. Am I confusing you? What's your favorite drink?
Pop.
Yeah? What kind of pop? You mix them all together? Are you a root beer guy?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Woo! That's a caffeine, baby! Next you're gonna be on that NOS, that Monster, rawr, or Red Bull with wings. You got wings, man? No, he ain't got no wings. I checked. He ain't got wings. No wings for that guy. So you like Mountain Dew? Diet Mountain Dew? You said?
No.
No, don't want that Diet Mountain Dew. All right. So what would you say is what long-term goal? Do you wrestling in high school? What high school do you plan on going to? You said you live in Independence?
Yeah.
So the coach there is a Coach Doyle?
Yep.
And I know I wrestled Coach Doyle in high school or college. I forget what it was. He's a great guy. His son is an incredible wrestler. His son, growing up, was a little chubbier. And by the time he got to high school, he was a machine, man. It was incredible to see his transformation, and he's done an incredible job. Doyle's done a great job at Independence. He'll be lucky to have you, and you, sir, will be lucky to have a coach like that. He's definitely a top-notch coach and knows his stuff, and they got a lot of great assistants over there. Got a heck of a room. Do you ever train in that room?
Once in a while we go.
Once in a while?
Yep.
You guys are the Mustangs?
Well, he actually goes to Jessup for school.
Oh, you go to Jessup, so maybe you wrestle in Jessup? Carter Chrisman, I think, goes there. Or you might go to Independence.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Most people change their mind 15 times before they get there anyway. So you just have to take it by ear and see where the best offers are.
Yeah. But we do go into the Independence room with the younger kids once in a while. We'll go in there and get some different partners. And
What move can you hit on anybody? Your double leg, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. What move do you get caught on? What's your kryptonite? Somebody, are you susceptible to anything? Telling the guys so they figure out how to beat you. Stay, make it hard for you. Give away your secrets, man. How can I beat you? If I was wrestling you, what would you not want me to do on you?
we was talking about keeping in.
You got elbows that fly out, do you? Got some bird wings? I asked you if you had wings, and now you're telling me you do got some little wings, some little arm wings. If you magically could be, if it just magically happened, you could wrestle for any school in the state. Is there any place you'd want to wrestle or live? What college you want to go to? Do you want to wrestle in college? Do you think that far ahead already? At 7, is that even something on your radar?
I want to go to Iowa City, which is
Hawkeyes.
yes.
Iowa Hawkeyes, Brands and them down there? Yeah, absolutely. What's the biggest match you've ever wrestled? Who was it against? Where was it at? Tell me about it.
I have no idea.
You don't know? That Tulsa one was probably a pretty big match. Is there anybody that used to beat you that now you beat?
I do not know.
You do not know. All right. Hey, you're being honest. What goes through a 7-year-old's brain right before you go out to wrestle a big match or an important match? What are you thinking? You thinking, I can't wait to get cotton candy? I hope I get some ice cream after this match? Are you thinking, I'm going to go out there and kill this guy? Are you thinking, I'm a beast, can nobody stop me? Are you thinking, man, I'm scared to death, I hope I don't get hurt? What is going through Bentley's mind right before he steps on the mat?
I think I'm going to destroy him.
You gonna destroy him? Would you rather pin somebody or tech fall them?
Pin.
You'd rather pin them? What's your favorite pinning combination? How do you like to pin people?
I don't know.
You don't know, you just pin them.
Like the arm bar, the half.
Full Nelson.
What is that?
It's an illegal
Oh.
move.
I don't know what that is.
The camel clutch. Yeah, it was a move Sergeant Slaughter did, or got done by the Iron Sheik. Body slam.
No.
Rear naked choke. All these are illegal moves. I hope you're not using them.
Cradle.
Cradle. You know how to cradle people? Let me see how long your arms are. Stick your arm out. I guess that's long enough. Usually people with really short arms don't cradle. Your arms, I guess, are long enough. Let's see how they grow. You know, do you know your reach is? You know, reach from fingertip to fingertip. So they measure when you watch UFC fights and boxers what your reach is.
Yeah.
No, you didn't know that? All right, so now you know, you got something to think about. All right, so favorite wrestling shoe? What do you like to wear when you go out on the mat? Do you have a favorite wrestling shoe or a brand that you like?
Only thing he's ever wore is Asics.
Asics? Pretty good brand. Pretty much the rest shoe. I know some other shoes making it along. I like that Rudis is trying to do something, being specifically with wrestling. They are. I really like them. They definitely are just getting in the shoe game, so working out some stuff. Okay, I give you the chance to change any rule in wrestling. What would it be? What would you change? What rule do you think would be better if it had it or didn't have it? You can invent a rule, or you can take a rule away, or you can change a rule. What would a 7-year-old like to see done in wrestling?
No half, so it makes it harder.
No half Nelsons? So they can't run the half. You ever been turned into half?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so you don't like that one. What's the defense to a half? Do you know the defense to it? How to defend it?
Is it peel their hand and look away or something?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you gotta be careful peeling the hand when you reach up. Sometimes you get half, sometimes you just wing down hard and look away. And then if you can get the hand up tight, yeah, I mean, that's the basic concept. I mean, I know some people say that, and then the first thing they do when they get half is reach up like this, and that just makes it even worse, because then they just gave you more of it. But that's right, that's kind of what you're looking for. What is the greatest compliment anyone has ever given Mr. Bentley?
I don't know.
Referee ever tell you you suck?
No.
Good, because that'd be a terrible ref. You did. Any coaches ever tell you you're good? You say, ah, you're all right. Anybody tell you you're awesome? Does your dad say you're awesome? He's being paid to tell you that, just so you know. Nothing? You can't think of nothing?
No.
What's the best compliment someone could give you? What would you like someone to tell you after you get done wrestling?
You're good.
All right. What does your dad do to help you in your process of being a wrestler?
I take it to practice.
Can't think of nothing? You don't do nothing? I think he drove you over here. I think that was something. You know how much some tournaments cost to get into? A lot! A lot! More than the trophies cost. That's why you gotta win them. So at least it feels like it doesn't hurt as bad. Little dent in the wallet, you stick a trophy in your wallet, and you're like, oh, it's full again. If you weren't a wrestler, what sport would you be great at?
Football.
Now, do you do football already a little bit on the side? Do you do any other sports besides wrestling?
Yeah.
What sports do you do?
Football and
Football.
baseball.
And baseball. Football and baseball, that's pretty common. And what positions do you play?
Basically all of them.
All of them? So any position they put you at because you're that good? That's impressive. Hey, don't have to be humble on my account. If you're amazing, you're amazing. That's just the way it is, brother. So, seeing how you're so amazing, is there anything you're afraid of? What's your biggest fear? You're afraid of the boogeyman?
No.
You're scared of black cats?
No, my biggest fear is heights.
Heights. So don't have to worry about you being a trampolinist. Or whatever. Flying trapeze. You're not going to work at a circus climbing ropes.
No.
Can you climb a rope without your legs?
No.
You should work on that so the next time I interview you, you're climbing ropes without your legs. If you could wrestle, it's getting near the end here, about 25 minutes is where we like to go with this cast. Let me ask you one last question. If you could wrestle anybody that ever lived in wrestling, maybe they're not, if you could wrestle anybody and you beat them, You gotta take them when they're your size, or you gotta get big or whatever. But if you were the same size and you could wrestle them, anybody ever, who would it be? I would say my brother. What? What'd you say? I'm just- That guy that beat you at Tulsa. Dan Gable. The Invisible Man. The Incredible Hulk. Spider-Man. Superman.
Your brother?
I'll
Dustin Kofall.
wrestle him.
Yeah, he'd be your coach. They know what I'm talking about. So go ahead and give a shout out to anybody back home, any of your fellow wrestlers or anybody. Say hi to them. Let them know, hey, maybe they'll get to be on here someday. Go ahead and say hi to anybody that you want to say a shout out to, your mom or any of your fellow wrestling friends. Go ahead. You got 30 seconds. Finish and bring us out.
Aiden Bergman.
What about Aiden? You want to say hi to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Aiden Bergman. How you doing back there, Aiden? How you doing? He give you a shout out. Apparently, you're an important person. I don't know who you are yet. Maybe I'll get to know you. So look up, is it Bentley Jacobsen on Track Wrestling if you want to follow him or catch up on his profile and what he's got going on. And that leads us to the conclusion of our podcast. I want to thank you, Mr. Bentley. Appreciate you coming out. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate you coming out. Thank you at home. Remember, Shake Hands Podcast. Check it out next week, every week with Dan McGann.